All right, y'all. This is rewardadrawer with me in a sexy elf outfit. This is McKenna Pascua.
Just the hat, but
Just the hat. That's good
That's
enough.
okay.
They can only see from the shoulders up right
Yeah,
now.
that's fine. That's totally fine.
McKenna, why don't you tell us about yourself?
Well, I'm from the west side of Kauai, born and raised, and I'm a cook and a musician. Music is the fun job, cooking is the regular job. And but this whole thing that we're going to talk about is music, which is the most important, and that's a lot of fun. And I'm in a band right now, and that's really cool, so I want to be able to talk about that. And yeah, I'm just having fun. I'm happy to be here, and it's all good. I'm happy you guys are plugged in to listen to me talk.
Yeah. What instruments do you play?
I play guitar, ukulele, and bass. I tried piano, but it's a bit much. My fingers are too small. But and then just sing in between all of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
When and how did you first get into music?
Well, when I was really young, my mom got me into pageants, which isn't quite the best way to do it, but it's like, I know it's not as fun, but we had to start with a talent somewhere, so it's like we started doing singing lessons with this one lady. I forget what she sings. She taught Pink how to sing, so I took lessons from her.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. And then I kind of transitioned into middle school. I just was like, I don't want to do band, but I want to do something, so I picked up the ukulele. And then it kind of just went from there, and then theater in high school, and it just kind of kept progressing. So then in high school, I learned how to do the guitar and bass just kind of after that. Yeah. So I just keep trying to learn as much as I can.
Great.
Yeah.
Who inspired you to become a musician?
Ooh.
Like, outside of, growing up around it, like, what inspired you to keep at it?
That's a good question. I think...
Maybe a little bit, so I'm not completely
out
of the...
No, you're fine. I think it was my own... Well, I mean, Mike Odo was a big part of it. He was the reason that I kept pursuing music, because at first it was just for fun, and I didn't think it would be an actual job of mine. But he pushed me to do the Hawaii Songwriting Festival, which was held here when I was in high school, and it was really eye-opening, and it made me want to keep writing music and my own songs. And of course, life happens and you put it on the back burner, but because of this year and with COVID and everything else, we were all bored, so my friends and I kind of got together and started to keep playing music, and it was really fun. So it's been cool. Yeah.
What does music mean to you today?
Well, music, sometimes we don't really think about it, but it really can kind of make your day.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, if you get into your car and you hear some crap on the radio, it's like, oh, I don't want to listen to this. Or, or if you listen to something really good, it kind of boosts your mood up, and it helps you fall asleep, it helps you stay awake, and it's kind of like, it's its own entity in a sense. And I kind of like that you can mold things to cater to what you hear, and it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could think of just one song in particular that's the most important to you today, what would it be?
The most important to me? I think I really like, there's this one movie called Somewhere in Time. I don't know if you've heard of it. It came out in the 1980s, and that's actually where my name came from. The girl's name in the movie is Elise McKenna, so I got the last name from that. Mm-hmm. But it's my mom's favorite movie of all time, and the soundtrack to it is so deep and beautiful, and it's just piano the whole time, basically. Mm-hmm. But it's like, if you listen to the theme of that movie, it's gorgeous, and it kind of transcends time, and it makes me feel like, I don't know, I could play that anytime and I'd be happy, and I would listen to it falling asleep when I was small. So it's just kind of like you can't go wrong song, kind of thing. So if you ever look at it or listen to it, it's pretty trippy. It's fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you know what? I haven't answered any of these questions myself all day, and I don't even know if I could name a song for that. Like, there have been like a lot over the years, but I don't know if I could name one that's like the most.
It's really hard because it's like some songs were important at certain points of your life,
Right.
but not, you know, one for everything.
Right.
Yay!
Yay, Alex! All right,
Yay,
remember
Alex.
this is a five race Grand Prix. So you don't win just by winning the first one, and if you didn't get in, you can still win by winning more of the later ones. All right, y'all get in there. Wings, we missed you on the first one, but you still have the opportunity. If it weren't for music, what do you think you'd be doing right now? Where would you be?
Well, cooking was the main thing that I went to school for, and it was kind of like that was the comfort job that I knew I'd be okay at doing, and it was easy, and you know, I didn't have to be in school for forever to do it.
Right.
So I'd probably just be focused on that completely, which is unfortunate because it's like I'm not the kind of person to want to stick to one thing all the time. So I'd probably be really upset. I'd probably do something else artistic that wasn't music, maybe like painting or I don't know, reading more books probably, but you know.
That's fair.
That kind of stuff, yeah. I'd be super into it for sure.
Yeah. I want to talk a little bit about the more technical elements of music production. You recently released a single with Cavaiola, in which you were singing, right? How has the access to studio like quality recording equipment or the lack thereof affected the recording process for you?
Well, that was really funny because all the things that we've been recording and current is Cavaiola. He just has his laptop and he has this ball thing that goes on top of your mic, and that's basically it. So it soundproofs the entire area, so you can be anywhere. So we actually record at like a neighborhood center, and so you can't even hear any. I know it's horrible. It's not an actual studio at all. There's no booth or anything. So we're trying to get to that point, but it's funny because it's like you can't hear it in the mixed and mastered song.
I need to figure out what this ball is because
I'll ask him. It's pretty solid.
I have like wild background noise like all the time on stream, and it's just
a mess. So it's like a foam one like that, but it has a flat surface, so it encapsulates the sound a little bit better. So you can actually sing and record and do all kinds of stuff with that. Yeah. And he's the one that produces and mixes everything that we want to create and does our tracks currently, and it's been really cool because we don't have to outsource. Like, he's part of our band and he's also our producer, which is awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
I gotta hit him up for that, honestly. Like, wow.
Yeah, you should.
What is something that you learned through the process of recording that you wish someone had taught you beforehand? Kind of moving to mentorship a little bit.
Well, I've come to learn that I hate the sound of my own voice, but when you're recording, you have to just kind of listen to it and be like, that it is what it is, you know?
Yeah.
And for me, it's like I'm constantly trying to see what sounds good to me, but that's not necessarily the case, you know? It's like people enjoy my voice, so it's just a matter of getting used to it, and then when you're recording and you hear yourself back, you're like, oh gosh, that's what I sound like. But it gets better over time, and I've learned that auto-tune is a thing, but you really shouldn't depend on it because it just kind of takes away from your voice in general. So yeah, but it's been interesting, and not having a studio to record in does make a difference. You know, like we recorded on Sunday in Princeville actually with our friend Andrew, and he has a whole room set up. And
Pastola?
Yes. He's awesome. And so we recorded stuff that's going to be posted on Facebook on Christmas Eve. And
2 days?
2 days. So, and he recorded us, and we sounded so clean and so crisp, and it's just like, but complete 180 from what we are working with, you know?
Right.
And so you learn to appreciate the sound and the good quality that comes out of it sometimes.
Oh yeah, for sure. I recorded with him 12, 13 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Gosh, a long time ago. Yeah, this was back before he even moved up to the North Shore. He was still in Kapaa at the time. His equipment is just like, holy cow!
It's
like you just get lost in that.
Yeah,
In the recording room.
Yes, it's amazing.
So good.
And he has everything you need. And so he recorded us when we did our Kokee session a few months back. So he came from North Shore all the way to Kokee to record us. So we decided to go to him this time, and it was worth it for sure.
Nice.
So we hope to keep working with him.
Yeah.
In general, he's great.
Absolutely. Man, I wish I should hit. I don't have any reason to hit Andrew up at this point, but like, oh yeah.
No, but if you have any questions, I'm sure he's really nice and is willing to answer anything.
Sure. So you've worked with a lot of other musicians on the island in the past. How has collaborating with other musicians strengthened or affected your relationships? Either strengthened or weakened your relationships with them?
Well, currently, our current band is actually really cool because we're all individual artists that are in a band together.
Right.
So it's like my friend Zach, he does reggae music. My friend Sky does R&B and hip hop, and I do pop, funk, rock and roll, whatever. And so it's like you can hire one of us for whatever gig you need it to be for, and we can show up and do a completely different set of music than we did the night before.
Right.
So in that sense, it's really helpful because it's like it pushes us to expand our own music genres.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like one person might get called more than the other. Or if you're working with other people, it's like we all play with different bands also. Or like DJ does, Kawai Ola. He's a drummer and a bassist for a different group. And my friend Keone, he does guitar for all these different bands along the island. So it's like we have to make sure to time it right. Otherwise, they might have gigs.
Right.
And so Kawai's small, but it's like you don't want to have to try to move bands around just because of that, So it's been interesting, but it's good because we keep helping each other to get better.
Yeah, that was, I know when I was performing here, that was the big thing, was that it's not a competition. You're not trying to beat the other musicians in the scene.
Yeah.
The best thing that you can do is play with them. So,
right, exactly.
Yeah.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Absolutely. Well, yeah.
In that sense, but it's not like the mainland where it's like dog eat dog in that way too. We all kind of help each other out and here. So it's really nice to see that.
Yeah, everyone press !play. We want as many entrants right now as possible. TPR Jones is willing to donate $10 for every marble that they finish ahead of. So we want as many marbles as possible. Give me 12 marbles. And we're kind of winding down the night. We've been here for 12 hours. But let's try for 12 marbles. I think that's super doable. We got 10. Find 2 friends that are not playing. See if Backlash is still around. Let's get 2 more marbles in here. I already got mine in. Backlash is in. All right, that's 11. Let's get 1 more. And remember, top 5 of this Grand Prix win 3 electronic albums. Programmatic. There we go. We got 12. All right, I'm going to give a last call.
Go away, Backlash.
Last call. And then I will ask you 2 more questions.
Sure.
Well, who's one artist that you wish that you could collaborate with? Can't be someone you've already collaborated with.
Someone asked me this question recently. What did I say? Well, I think currently the biggest hype that's going on is a musician called, I don't know if you know him, Jacob Collier. He's a crazy talented jazz musician, but he's been like, his last album just dropped a month or 2 ago, and he's collaborated with all these different artists, but his, like, the way he thinks with music, he's basically a modern day Mozart, and just he can hear pitch to a T, and his harmonies are stupid. He figured out that on a piano they made it black and white so that it's easier to read and understand, but he figured out that there's microtones in between all of that, and he can sing them all, and so his harmonies just are like this.
Right.
I don't think I'd ever get the chance to sing or meet the guy, but it's like, if I even get to say hello to him, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely.
You know? But given the opportunity, that he'd be a great person to work with, for sure.
Yeah, actually, Backlash, we are. Backlash knows who Jacob Hall is. Oh.
Thank you. He's awesome.
F. That was the person we were wanting to win this because he was willing to donate $10. Oh, well. $10 for every...
he is a god, thank you.
Every marble he finished ahead of, and
He's
then he
genius.
fell first.
Yeah, you should look up his music later.
Absolutely.
Colton, because it's stupid.
How many marbles were there? 13 total, TPR. Flux, this is McKenna Pascua. She is the gorgeous and talented singer who actually played guitar at my wedding.
I did.
Yeah.
And that was fun. That was a fun night.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. Make sure to check out our cover.
Yes. Yeah, there's the Koviola and McKenna recorded a cover, or not a cover, recorded a song earlier this year, a single that is on Spotify. You can listen for free. If you have Spotify, you can listen for free for more than 5 times. And it's really gorgeous. You definitely should listen to it.
Thank you. I know and Moon River is dumb. All of his songs are dumb. I love it. It's fantastic.
I clearly need to listen to this person.
Oh yeah. Your mind will be blown every single time. It's so good.
For sure.
But yes, please do check it out. I'd love the support. It's just for fun, but it's like, if more people hear it, then that even better.
EVX, you did win. Zerdos finished dead last. The person who was like, yeah, I'll donate $10 for every marble I beat, finished dead last. Flux, this is a farewell to Twitch Sings. Twitch Sings is going away in 10 days. January 1st, it's out. All right. As we're waiting for people for this 4th of the 5 races. For any people out there who might be watching this either here or on YouTube after the fact, who may be inspired to take up an instrument of their own, or to be a musician themselves.
Right.
What do you have to say to them? What words would you impart upon a new musician?
I think that it's really important to not be so hard on yourself. And I think I still have that problem to this day. But, it takes time to get used to any instrument or even singing. So practice makes perfect. And the more you keep at it, the better you're going to be at it. The more music you listen to, the more acquainted you'll hear, and you'll pick up on things along the way. Yeah, and there's all kinds of tutorials. My friend Aldrine Guerrero is awesome. If you wanted to pick up ukulele, that's for sure the easiest way to get into stringed instruments, I think, because there's only 4 you have to deal with. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so just you can pick up on anything. It's just a matter of constantly doing it. Like, even just a little bit every day, you'll get better, and you'll see the difference for sure. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do a last call for this race. Y'all, it's Q&A time. If anyone has any questions for McKenna about her music or...
Well, he brought up the violin. I can't do violin for crap. I have one. Doesn't mean I can't play it. It's a stringed instrument, but it's a whole different battle.
Yeah. For sure.
Yep.
And I also want to do a special shout out for TPR Jones, who did in fact donate $120 to Tiltify. So we are at $445 for the charity stream for the day.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that we don't have this scene doesn't have alerts, because I didn't want the interview to be interrupted by them. But I'm just gonna interrupt anyway for that, because that's huge. And yeah, we're super close to the goal. We've hit 4 of the 5 goals so far. Ooh, do you have a go-to song that you always go back to sing? I actually know the answer to this one, or I know one of the answers.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Which one is that?
Little Black Horse and Cherry Tree.
Oh, yep, for sure. Yeah, that one, we actually just recorded that one. So Black Horse and the Cherry Tree.
Yeah.
Is a super fun one, and it fits my voice really well, so people like hearing me sing that one. If it's not that song, it's probably an Amy Winehouse song, probably Rehab, or Love is a Losing Game. Love those two songs of hers. Yeah, so, because my voice it's soprano, but it's not, like, I sing really low.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird to hear sometimes, because it's like, you think my voice will sound low, but it doesn't sound low.
That's more of like a soulful voice.
I suppose, yeah. So it's like I hit low notes, but I still have a higher register sound that comes out of my voice. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Reese says, how's the sauce? You want to answer that question? You've now had 2 spoonfuls.
I have had... they only asked for 1, but I ate 2.
Yep.
Because I was so perplexed the first time that I had to eat it a second time because I didn't know what the heck I put in my mouth. I mean, I knew, but as a I don't know, as a mix, it's kind of like, if you put it on something and you didn't tell me, I probably would be like, okay, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But if you tell me to eat it again, I probably will not. I feel like it could work on a hot dog.
Yeah?
You know?
Honestly?
Like...
I mean, we don't ask what's in the hot dog. We might as well just not ask what's in the sauce either.
It's like, it's potential Big Mac sauce, but not. And not in a good way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, incidentally, TPR, you have $120 worth of incentives
yes,
as
I think
well.
I'll have... This tastes so good. I think I'll eat it a second time.
Oh, we hit what? We hit 500? Anonymous donated to Tiltify $55. We hit 500. That's everything. That was all of my goals for the day.
Yay.
We can't do any of the challenges except for the sauce at this point. Oh my god.
They asked me a question, but I forget. I don't know where it
is. Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Someone did that, on YouTube. They slapped mayonnaise and it turned it into a song.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It's fantastic.
I believe it. I actually, my uncle has a super large, and I hope that if he, decides to give it away, he gives it to me, or, if he dies, he puts it in the will for me. Mm-hmm. He has a super large, basically like a xylophone that's set up in the style of, a piano, sort of. Actually, it's more like xylophone. No, it's got the black and white keys. Never mind. And what it is it's just Pringles rolls, or like the mailing rolls, cut to different lengths, so that they produce different pitches.
Oh.
And they're just laid out from short to long, and the short ones make higher pitch and the long ones make lower pitch.
Yeah.
And they're all perfectly pitched at halftones. It's a 2-octave, basically cardboard piano. It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's...
Oh, yeah. Blue Man Group, for sure.
Yeah. Why do they call it oven when you oven the cold food, out hot, eat the food?
I couldn't follow that. I'm so sorry. I tried really hard. My brain hurts.
Oh my gosh. So TPR Jones and whoever the $55 anonymous dono is might have been Jesus, might have been Reese, since he asked about the sauce. You have $175 worth of incentives, or 7 spoonfuls of this sauce.
Oh god.
if you want to redeem them. Just letting you know that. Wasn't you? All right, then you don't get to claim the sauce. Finish. Oh my god, no. Oh.
Even I wouldn't want to do that. Sorry.
Is there a genre or group you feel is underrated and more people should listen to?
Underrated. Let's see. Well, Fleetwood Mac kind of made a comeback through TikTok, which is really annoying because they were good to begin with. Mm-hmm. But I think...
Hit the goal, finish the sauce.
Oh, no.
I'm just going to take a spoonful after every question.
After every question? No! Oh God. But super underrated. I know. If you had to pick one song as your top favorite, what would it be? That's such a hard. Okay. Okay. Top of all time, like whether I sing it or I don't, just in general, is "Purple Rain" by Prince. Because.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Because it's like. It has. Like the guitar solo, his singing, the vibe, it's a whole thing, and I can listen to that song on repeat and not get tired of it, swear to God. So it'd probably be that one for sure. Yeah.
TPR Jones, I love it. Said that he's just spreading good vibes.
Yeah.
And just donating to charity streams and such. Much love. Thank you.
Favorite questions are hard, yeah.
100. Yeah, favorite questions are super hard. Like we had the one that's like, what song is like really important to you these days? And I was just like, if I had this question, I couldn't answer it. I don't know why I'm asking other people. Okay.
Don't apologize for the mayonnaise.
Yeah, Alex, McKenna's a cook.
Yeah, no.
Food questions are fine. They're fair game.
Yeah, ask me food questions too. Feel free.
Yeah, you can also ask food questions.
Yeah.
How would you describe the flavor profile of this sauce?
This sauce is kind of like, I don't know. It's chunky tang, with the essence of sadness and the hope that things will get better in life. That's what it tastes like.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. It's like, I love fish sauce. I love soy sauce. I love ketchup.
I'll put ranch on things.
I put ranch on things and tartar sauce on things, but as a collective, I don't think it's quite and it looks like barf. So it's just not quite
Well, I mean, if you think about it, when you barf, it's all of the food that you ate coming back out at the same time.
Right. So if you ate all those things anyway.
This kind of is barf. It's just not processed through your mouth. It's processed externally.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just eating barf for $25 of...
Yeah, there's
There's
fish sauce in it.
This sauce is called Frank's Every Sauce. While you all join in this last marble race, I'll remind you that the top 5 get 3 album codes on Bandcamp. I will describe the ingredients of this sauce. By which I'll say the sauces that are in it.
Ew is correct. Thank you. And I ate it twice just because I was confused.
There are 16 sauces in one. Ketchup. Barbecue. Honey mustard. Tartar. Fish. Polynesian. I had to look this one up. We talked about it before. Polynesian sauce is a Chick-fil-A thing. It's honey and French dressing, which is not Polynesian at all. Teriyaki would have been Polynesian. Ranch, mayonnaise, mustard, yogurt.
Did you eat it?
Soy, hot sauce, mystery. For mystery, I put Yumi plum vinegar. Ketchup again. For ketchup again, I put sriracha, which is a chicken sauce. Marinara, and pesto. And that's Frank's Every Sauce.
Yeah.
And I recreated this monstrosity. And we're eating it together, basically. Where do they sell this stuff? They don't. It's an obvious plant product, Wings. So I had to make it from scratch.
To address the question of the club sandwich, the third piece of bread is super unnecessary. I think it's redundant.
Mm-hmm. You only get the third piece if you're going to, like, separate it and make 2 sandwiches out of it.
Aesthetically, it looks nice, but if you're trying to actually put it all in your mouth, it's not going to happen. And you just look like an idiot trying to. So take out the piece of bread and put another thing of bacon in there instead.
Hell yeah! Let's get bacon in our club sandwiches.
Yeah, let's show.
I think it'd be okay, but for about 4 of those that don't fit. True. It exists. It has flavors. That's about as much of an endorsement as I can give for this sauce.
Yes, if you try to put it in your mouth, it's not going to happen. Unless you believe hard enough.
That was 2 more questions, so I'm gonna take 2 more spoonfuls.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You wanna suffer with me?
No, thank you.
Okay.
I've done my part.
You have.
It looks great. The layers, it's like cake. It's beautiful, but you're still gonna have to smash the thing to put it all.
Oh my gosh.
All in here. Just make a BLT. Thank you. That's basically what it is.
I'm not gonna be able to finish this sauce. There's like 20 spoonfuls left. If I win, you just move past me. That's because the OP fake sauce is just Frank's Red Hot. Guaranteed. It's an obvious plant.
Yeah.
Or it's not in a 1-to-1 ratio. It could be a disproportionate amount of ketchup.
Oh, they have a question for both of us.
Oh, okay.
What's a local place I like to eat at? I like sushi. So Sushi Bushido in Kapa'a is my jam. Mm-hmm. That is my favorite place to eat on island. For sure.
We should go there next time.
Yeah. But no shrimp, because that was my mistake the past couple times. I love shrimp, and he's allergic. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoops. It's triple kill.
You'd rather just eat straight up mayo and you hate mayo wings? That's understandable.
Well, if you think about it, it's just eggs. So,
yep.
So it's not that bad, right?
For whatever reason, my younger brother, who loves eggs, hates mayonnaise.
For the first time.
Only just about to be stable for the first time ever. Hope to pursue getting some vocal lessons, but only just becoming financially stable, so need to be cautious with money for a while. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, egg cream.
All right, I'm waiting for the question here, but I have answers already.
Eggs and oil. Yes.
Yep.
Correct.
Either of you know any good free resources that you would recommend for someone looking to practice more and learn more? Never had any formal coaching or training or anything because of it not being accessible. I've actually never had any formal training either. My voice is completely untrained. So I do not have any useful resources. I'm so sorry. My useful resource for you is just lots of practice. You just practice a lot, and maybe if you want to minimize the amount that you spend on formal coaching. Wow, that went fast.
For me personally, I still use YouTube as a source to kind of figure out if you have a specific question that you want answered for your voice, or if you wanted to practice range, just starting off with the C scale and just building up what you think you can sing, and matching pitch that way is helpful. Mm-hmm. But I think it's really hard because they have online voice teachers for sure, but I'm not sure if if they charge different than in person. I know here it's pretty expensive. It's like $50 for an hour. So that's why I kind of had to stop, because it was really expensive. But even though it was helping, it was just like kind of hard to keep up with. So I had to kind of learn a lot of stuff on my own. And online helped a lot. But yeah, that's all I can really say. I don't have formal training either, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I think YouTube will have a wealth of resources.
Right, if you keep if you manage to get possibly even like a microphone and you just listen to yourself sing something, you can kind of tell if you're hitting the right notes, and just pick simple songs, nothing crazy, and you just kind of build it up to the point where you can sing it without needing to think about it so much. It just kind of comes out.
Yeah. And I would say if you're looking to take voice training, what I would say is build a foundation using like YouTube tutorials and stuff like that. Karaoke. Just like find karaoke, because there are tons of karaoke tracks on YouTube. Mm-hmm. Just sing to those. Maybe sing to like there are like vocal training tracks that you can also use where it's like they sort of have like a backing vocal that's not as loud. Mm-hmm. Or you can also like sort of soft mute it and just sing over it. train yourself that way to sort of like recognize the pitch and like sort of train your voice to like, you know, move to different ranges and everything like that.
Yeah.
Then find a music coach if you really want to take a voice training.
Yeah, and my biggest piece of advice is don't be afraid to mess up. Like, if you do go to karaoke and you crack, or if you're not on the right pitch, it doesn't matter. You'd rather sing strong and keep getting better at it than be in your head voice, or, you know, like, sing soft and it sounds pretty, but it's like, it's not what you can actually have the potential to do. So sing it hard and you'll feel a lot better about it. And nobody sings good at karaoke anyways, so don't even worry about it. Yeah. But that's good practice too, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, do you have any more questions? I don't want to keep McKenna here all night. She used proper technique? Yeah. Oh, breath control's big. I am really bad with breath control. Especially because I tend to just project really loud. So when I'm belting, I just like let air out faster.
It can ruin your voice, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
it's me.
You have to. No, your voice sounds fine, but it's like you have to use your diaphragm for sure, and people forget to do that a lot of times. So they'll just use their throat, and then they'll lose their voice after, you know, playing one gig, and they're like, "What happened? What did I do?" It's like, well, you didn't breathe.
Yep.
You know.
Gotta breathe in the air.
Yeah. Don't be discouraged about getting better. Like I've been singing since I was in middle school, but I still don't think I'm quite where I need to be yet, and it's totally fine. You keep getting better, so don't stress about it.
Not where she wants to be with her singing.
Oh, that, you know, there's always room for improvement. So
true.
Yeah.
I gotta let you have that one.
Yeah, use that belly.
All right, and I think, yeah, as with any art, practice. I think at this point we're mostly getting to, like, you know, advice for Baz and everything like that. I don't think anyone has any more questions. I'm going to wrap up stream, if that's fine with you. So the winners of the electronic music suite, by the way, are Sleepless XYZ, EVX the Gamer, The Way 123, The Cheesus, and I Basley. Make sure that you DM me, or that I can DM you, because I will get your codes soon, TM.
What's my favorite color? It's green. Well, most days. I'm just kidding. No, green, and then I like to wear black, and I like red on my lips, if that answers the question.
Red and black, that's your color scheme. Hope you can DM me. I'll try EVX. Don't make it too hard on me. Alex is going to win the Ways EP because he tied for 5th. Just was on the bottom of he just lost the tie break. Because of, I think, he was in the most races, so his average score was the worst. And so he's going to win the Ways EP because the Way can't win his own music. That's silly. Why would we do that? Here's your own album, Way. For the record, you sing a lot, including on stream for the DMCA crackdown. So sad we're losing Twitch sings. So I'm not short on practice. You know there's a lot you don't know about or understand about music. Yeah. I would say, though, that there's a difference between just singing and, like, singing to, like, a trainer track or something like that, right?
Well, I also think he means, like, just conceptually speaking, there's a lot that goes on with music that we don't really understand, like harmonies and rhythm, and it all kind of plays together with each other. So it's like, my best friend is my producer, and he shows me that, you know, I give him a melody and he'll give me something back that was 10 times different, but it sounded way better because that was in his head. You know, so it's like it's good to have that kind of reinforcement sometimes, because what I think sounds good might not be. And he'll kind of futz around with what I want to play and improve it in that sense. So it's kind of interesting. So for sure, it's like you can sing and you can play music, but it's a feeling. Yeah. And you have to kind of capture that in what you're doing, otherwise it doesn't really come out the same. Yeah. So even with theater, when we do theater and stuff, it's like if you can't sing it with emotion, it's not gonna feel exactly the same way and all that stuff. So
Yeah, Pyro, I agree. It's a shame the music industry hasn't jumped on board with video game companies and allowing stuff in stream. It's one of the reasons Twitch Sings is going away is because the DMCA is cracking down harder. So, like, actually, did you see that Tom Tillis introduced, is one of the senators from, like, fuck, I can't even remember, Mississippi, I think, introduced a rider to the omnibus bill that would make violating the DMCA by streaming for commercial purposes a felony. So, like, people are kind of scared that, like, it could affect Twitch streamers who are, like, playing music games and stuff like that, and then their stuff gets DMCA'd, and now you've committed a crime. So it's like, I mean, like, not like a finable offense, but like a crime. Like, you might as well have just stolen.
Right.
Like a larceny or something. Like, gosh. I think Mazie Hirono, our own senator, backs that bill, and I gotta, like, just beg and plead. Yeah, up to 10 years. 10 years in prison.
You wouldn't download a car.
Wouldn't download a car. God, you remember those?
Yeah.
God. Oh, we're living in that age now. That's where we are.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
Well, thank you for having me. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for all the questions, guys, and thank you for the sauce.
You're welcome for the sauce.